Hey, what's going on, Jeff fans? It's late, I'm tired, and I couldn't be more pissed off, so I wanted to record this video before I went to sleep. And I'm pissed off not about the team or what's taking place on the field, but our fan base, okay? And let me also say, I love Jeff fans. We are the most passionate fan base out there. I get where the outrage comes from because it's from here. It's a place of passion, right? We're passionate about this team. We're passionate about our takes. I get it. But some of it is just so far over the top where it just takes all the fun out of being a fan. And let me address my fellow co-hosts first, Tyson and Joe. Obviously, if you guys are listening to us now here on YouTube, you probably listen to the podcast every Tuesday and Friday night, 8 o'clock. And if you somehow managed to survive all 3 hours of that show last night, shoot me a message because I owe you a beer or a steak or something if you guys are ever at a Jet game this year. We spend the entire offseason on this show preaching patience, right? It's year 2 of a rebuild. We know there's going to be a learning curve. We've got a 21-year-old rookie as our quarterback. But the very first opportunity that we get to pounce on this team, the very first time that we smell blood, we're right back to jumping off the ledge, fire everybody after 3 goddamn games, okay? And let me also start by saying that I wouldn't even call myself a huge Bulls fan, okay? I'm just willing to let this thing play out, okay? We know that he has some flaws. We know that he has a lot of stuff to work on, but he's also gained my respect since they started this rebuild and since this team has truly become his with his players, okay? You completely tear down the roster, right? Complete rebuild. And they were competitive. After that Oakland game, they were competitive every single freaking week last year, okay? Against playoff caliber teams with franchise quarterbacks and rosters that were much better than ours, okay? Somewhere in there is good coaching. Okay? Even though we like to reflect on the fact that they didn't close out games, somewhere in there is good game planning and good coaching. Okay? Whether you like to admit it or not, it's just facts. Okay? So let's look at this season now. Week 1, we light up the Detroit Lions, a team that just put a beat down on Bill Belichick and the Patriots. We light them up, but we brush it under the rug, right? We only talk about halftime adjustments when they're bad, not when we score 31 points in the third quarter. Right? Not when all 3 phases of the game dominate. All right? We just brush that under the rug. And I can deal with that approach if we keep that approach after losses. The problem is we jump off the bridge after every loss. All right? And it's the same old garbage. All right? Week 2, we give up 20 points in the first half. 14 of that came off turnovers, though. All right? Defense, they make adjustments, right? Pitched a shutout in the second half. They gave the offense some golden opportunities to get back in that game. The fumble in the red zone that we freaking gave right back. But what do we talk about? All we talk about is the 3rd and 19 that the defense gave up at the end. And I'm not going to excuse it because it is inexcusable, but there was a logical explanation because you're trying to keep them out of field goal range there. So you want to send the house, try and get a sack, keep them out of field goal range because it was an 8-point game. They get a field goal, the game's over. So I'm sorry, he took a chance and he was aggressive. We always talk about, oh, Bowles isn't aggressive. Well, he sent the house and he was trying to be aggressive, but that's where we call him stupid again. Right? And he should have been conservative there. The same way, when we pass the ball, we should have ran. When we run the ball, we should pass. We're never happy. We're never satisfied. Right? We're always second guessers on this show. Okay? But let's continue. Let's go to game 3 because this is where it really gets to me. Okay? Short week on the road, essentially 2 days to prepare with the travel day, and they put together an absolute dominant game plan for Tyrod, who just looked completely lost. All right? Offense puts up 3 points in the second half, drives of punt, fumble, punt, field goal, interception, interception. Defense misses 3 golden opportunities to force some turnovers, 2 fumbles that were on the ground, and then the drop pick by Middleton in the end zone with Mayfield in the game. And what do we talk about, right? We talk about the lack of discipline, the lack of adjustments, everything negative, but not what they did good in that game. And I get it. Listen, at some point, you got to close teams out. At some point, you can't let a quarterback come off the bench and beat you every time. I get it. That pisses me off more than anybody. All right? I'm just not going to overreact to it like you guys do because it's stupid. It takes all the fun out of being a fan. We talk about the Jets and their penalties like they're the worst penalized team in the league. Do you know where they rank right now? Right now, we're 9th in fewest penalty yards. It's not terrible, okay? The Steelers with Mike Tomlin, Super Bowl winning coach, they're the worst in the league. Philly's right up there also. A lot of good teams. The Saints are up there. But we always talk about the Jets and their penalties. Like we're the only team in the league that commits a friggin' penalty. All right? It's so completely ridiculous. and just so over the top. All right, I swear, some people just enjoy being miserable. Relax, take it easy, enjoy watching this young team grow because they're going to be a contender soon. All right, there's going to be plenty of time for Todd Bowles to bury himself. All right, time will tell if he's the right man for the job. But if you've decided already, right now, that he's not, I'm sorry, you're a. So bottom line, have fun watching this team grow. Have fun watching them develop. Have fun watching Darnold. Have fun watching this defense grow. And the rest is going to sort itself out. Being that fan that's screaming for every guy to get fired after 3 friggin' games is just so friggin' embarrassing. And it's stupid. Wake up, Jet fans. Support the team. Good things are ahead. Be patient.